All right, Guy, let's go to a question from Frida. Frida says, hello, Guy. This week I had a team building from work, and it was quite a chaotic day, and I went along with it. When I got home, my whole body was shaking. Is your attention then also no longer where it is supposed to be that you get so tired from that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I could speak on it for days. I'm going to repeat something I said in the talk. I said that our attention always takes the path of least resistance. So that path of least resistance in a team building situation is when the team is chaotic and nothing's going the way I want it to go, then suddenly I'm full of resistance to being part of a team. As I'm full of resistance to being part of the team, I believe that the pain I'm experiencing is because of the experience of this unteam. But really what I'm experiencing is my own resistance to a demand I have, an expectation that people should be the way I want them to be. Yeah? Now, the more I resist the experience of resisting the experience, what happens to the experience I'm having? It becomes more and more ingrained. And to the point, Frida, it can become so ingrained, and this is what I want to get to, that my whole body will take on the energy of that conflict. My body will become literally a mirror of the consciousness that has that conflict in it. So that the consciousness, if I'm resisting something, am I getting looser and freer? Or am I getting tighter and tighter? Tighter and tighter, yeah? So if my mind's doing that, and I don't know what to do, what's happening to my body? And then my body begins to resist its own condition. Because now my mind has connected the tension to my body to what it tells me caused the tension of that body. And now I've got more reasons to hate team meetings. So the next time there's a team meeting, I have resistance before it starts. I don't want to be part of no stinking team. Why? Because my experience tells me I'm going to be caught in this same negativity. So yeah, that happens. It's a great thing to realize my attention takes the path of least resistance. I hit a bad golf shot. What's the first thing that my mind goes to? Where does my attention go? People see me, I put all this work into this. What's wrong with me? It's never going to be right. I need to give up where does my attention go? Into something that I love the experience of, or my attention has gone out of what I didn't want to see into what I don't want to be. From what I didn't want to see into what I don't want to be. And when my attention goes from what I didn't want to see, my team meeting or my drive, to what I don't want to be, what happens to me? I get more and more locked up. So that instead of being free and released to experience what I'm intended to, now I've become a babbling idiot who can barely move because I'm so tense I can't stand it. And as I become more tense, do I swing better? Do I do better meetings? What happens to me? Everything gets worse. And then I become a wreck. And then I go home and I eat, or I drink, or I blame, or I hate, or I fear, or I swear I'm never going to go to a team meeting again as long as I live. And what's determining my future for me? Do you see it? You have to see it. Resistance, attention takes the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance is always to what we are the most familiar with and that we derive the most familiar sense of self from. To see that is the beginning of reclaiming your attention. And in this instance, Frida, to start understanding why it seems so hard to get past that. Because when my body's all locked up, is my attention on being, where's my attention when my body's all locked up? I don't want to be locked up. And when my attention is, I don't want to be locked up, then where does my attention go? To the idiot, the swing, the people, the problem that made me get locked up. Down and down and down we go. You have to see this. It is useless if you don't experience what you understand. Because without experiencing what you understand, you don't understand. You just have words to describe conditions and then give yourself prescription based on knowledge that has failed you. In order for knowledge to become real, it must become experiential.